Now they're going to see Ms. Dash. She says all the students get jumbled up in my mind. I can't remember who was who, just quick artistic impressions that stick in my memory. But I can tell you I was glad to see that the student in the green sneakers was not wearing red shorts. So we go to green sneakers right here, and they were not wearing red shorts, so we're going to put an X there. That unfortunate combination tends to look a bit garish on some. And luckily, the kid wearing the boots was not wearing tan shorts. So silver boots then was not wearing tan shorts, so I'll put an X there. Someone in flip-flops was wearing shorts. So flip-flops then, we know they were in shorts, so they weren't in the gray sweats and they weren't in the blue jeans. And the person in the orange coat was not wearing boots or sweatpants. So here we go to orange coat. They did not have boots on and they did not have sweats on. And then we keep reading, and she says, thank goodness the person in the daffodil-colored coat wasn't wearing black shoes. So we go to coat color daffodil and black sneakers, and that's an X as well. She goes away, and they go to talk to Ms. Lau, the gardener. And Ms. Lau says, here's what I remember. Craig and Leslie were not sitting at the picnic table. So we'll go to Craig and the table. So Craig wasn't at the table and Leslie wasn't at the table. And then, and Miguel was not sitting on the grass or on the bench. So here's Miguel. He wasn't on the grass and he wasn't on the bench. And then Stevie and Rena were not by the fence, but someone in orange was. So Stevie and Rena were not by the fence, but someone in orange was by the fence. So that means the person in orange couldn't be Stevie and Rena. And we know the person in orange was by the fence. So here's our first circle, because we know this is a thing that is true, that the person in the orange coat was by the fence. So we're going to put an O in that row, and we're going to put X's in the rest of that column and row. Yes, and she remembers a little more. I remember a student in white shorts was sitting on the bench. So we go to white shorts, and here's another thing we know, so we'll put an O there, and then X's in the rest of that row, and X's in the rest of that column. And that allows us to put an O here, because there's only one space left, and we'll put X's in the rest of that column, and continue reading. She says to go talk to Ms. Lee, the school secretary. And Ms. Lee says, I remember seeing the girl with the noisy boots coming out of Miss Wynn's homeroom. So a girl has boots. So we're going to go to shoe style, and we're going to go to the boots. And we know it has to be a girl, so it can't be Craig, and it can't be Stevie. So the only girl left then is Rena. So Rena must have the boots. So we're going to put X's in the rest of her row. And she always rushes to get her favorite picnic tables. So that means she went to the table. So Rena in the boots goes to the table. So we're going to put X's in the rest of that row and X's in the rest of that column. And because we know Rena sat at the table and Rena had the silver boots, then we can put an O in this column, and which is the intersection of silver boots and table. So we'll put X's in the rest of that row and X's in the rest of that column. And when we look at Rena's row, we don't know anything about the pant style, but when we look at the table, we do know the pants are not blue jeans and they're not white shorts. So we're going to add that here to Rena. They're not blue jeans and they're not white shorts. And then if we look at this one, we also know they're not tan shorts. So we're going to add that, not tan shorts. And then we'll have add this here. They're not with the silver boots, because that's Rena. We copy what we can see up here. not blue jeans and not white shorts. And then we copy the same information here. So it's she's not tan shorts, she's not blue jeans, she's not white shorts. And that gives us a lot of more information as well that we can start working on. Okay, going back to Miss Lee. And she says, and I heard a kid in a yellow coat tell his friend that he was heading for the grass. Well, a yellow coat, so that's Daffodil, he was telling his friend. So she uses the word his, which tells us it's a boy. So it's not Leslie, and it's not Rena, which we already knew. And he's going to the grass. So we know that, so we're going to put an O, and then we'll put X's in the rest of that row, and X's in the rest of that column. Okay, and now we are going to do some housekeeping.